Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Encinitas. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Thursday, June 25th. You'll be interested to know, 76 years ago, today in 1950, negotiators began earnest armistice discussions aimed at pausing large-scale fighting and opening formal channels for talks between opposing commanders. That milestone set a precedent for structured conflict resolution and helped preserve lives while establishing a framework for future diplomatic settlement and ceasefire implementation. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Thursday in Encinitas. This morning it's looking fair with waves at 4 to 5 feet. Conditions hold steady until around 11 a.m. when they drop to 3 to 5 feet and become choppy. Winds are currently onshore at 4 miles per hour, increasing to 10 miles per hour by 2 p.m. Best time to ride is at 7 a.m. with a 2-foot incoming high tide when the south-southwest swell is 3 feet at 16 seconds and the onshore wind is 4 miles per hour. The first high tide on Thursday will be 3 feet just before 8:30 a.m., followed by a 2.5-foot low tide just before 12:30. The nearshore buoy at Beacons reads 66 degrees for the water temperature. Friday offers clean conditions with waves around 3 to 4 feet early, but choppy conditions develop later in the day. Saturday sees a slight drop in size to 2 to 3 plus feet, with choppy surf throughout as onshore winds pick up. Sunday brings more consistent conditions with waves reaching 3 to 5 feet, making it the standout day of the weekend. This morning, it's cloudy and it feels like 68 degrees with no wind. The sunset will take place at 8:04, and it will rise again tomorrow at 5:42. It looks like we're in for some partly sunny skies today, with a high near 69 and a light west breeze around 7 miles per hour. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 70. Tonight, expect mostly cloudy skies with a low around 63 and a light southwest breeze around 7 miles per hour. Looking ahead in the weather. Friday is partly sunny with a high near 68 and a light southwest breeze up to 10 miles per hour. A slight chance of late Saturday night rain arrives between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. Otherwise, the weekend is mostly to partly cloudy with highs in the mid-60s and lows in the low 60s. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, in a strip mall in the sleepy San Diego neighborhood of Tierra Santa, a local charter school has spent $500,000 on 2 AI-powered humanoid robots, including the world's most advanced named Ameca. School officials are optimistic about the pilot program, believing the robots will help determine AI's role in education, despite concerns from researchers who argue that AI lacks proven effectiveness as a teaching tool. As students interact with the robots, they describe them as creepy, while school officials hope to see educational improvements over time. Critics caution that the use of humanoid robots may distract from genuine learning experiences, emphasizing the importance of human teachers in the classroom. Now on to sports. Keaton Wagler has been drafted by the Los Angeles Clippers. In other news from the Big Ten, Alini Isaac and Robbie Nardini from the Champagne Room are joined by Alex Key from Armchair Alini to discuss the implications of this draft pick. They also touch on Dusty May's departure from the Big Ten, along with other significant updates from the conference. For those seeking insurance solutions, consider State Farm agent Brian Hansen for a quote on home, auto, business, and life insurance needs. In local sports, the Padres are rolling. They swept Atlanta last night, 5-2, with G.P. Sears outstanding in his season debut. 5 2/3 innings, 5 strikeouts. Ty France went 2 for 3 with a homer and 2 RBIs, and the bullpen was sharp. San Diego is now on 3 straight and sits at 42-37. But here's the catch. Lucas Giolito landed on the injured list with right elbow inflammation. Sears' call-up from AAA came at just the right time. Tomorrow night at 6:45, the Padres host the Dodgers at Petco Park in Game 1 of a 3-game divisional series. This is the matchup that matters. Walker Buehler takes the mound against Roki Sasaki in what should be an excellent pitching duel. LA just swept Minnesota and remains one of the league's most dangerous lineups, but San Diego has got momentum on their side and a chance to make a real statement early in this series. Petco should be packed. In top news, Frank Carone, a former chief of staff to ex-New York Mayor Eric Adams, was arrested Wednesday in a federal bribery case related to a migrant shelter contract. The indictment alleges that Carone accepted more than $120,000 in payoffs to steer the contract to an unsuitable hotel. Assistant United States Attorney Sarah Winnick stated, Frank Carone was entrusted to run our city government and instead put his own wealth and status above duty. Carone, along with 3 others, pleaded not guilty to various charges. Separately, federal authorities searched the homes of current and former New York Police Department leaders in connection with a different bribery investigation. In business news, Tesla and Waymo are engaged in a fierce competition in the robotaxi race, but the company spending the most money builds no cars at all. Uber is quietly writing checks totaling $500 million to secure robotaxis, as Waymo threatens to leave it behind. If you own Tesla stock, much of what you are paying for above the value of a car maker is a bet on autonomy and artificial intelligence that is barely reflected on the income statement. This spring, the robotaxi network consisted of about 20 driverless Tesla Model E vehicles in Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, and Houston, Texas. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is down 3% to about $61,000. Ethereum is down 2.5% to just over $1,600. And XRP is down 3% to $1.07. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk science. The painting has been authenticated, but not revealed. Reports suggest it is one of Picasso's portraits of Marie-Therese Walter. French police recently raided a house outside of Paris during a drug trafficking investigation. They found bundles of cash, cannabis, designer clothes, and a stolen Picasso painting. The artwork is worth tens of millions of euros, according to France's police force. The raid occurred last week in Champigny-sur-Marne. The house reportedly belongs to the aunt of a suspected drug dealer. 4 people were arrested, with one confessing to stealing from a storage facility in Paris. And in entertainment news, 25 years after Band of Brothers, this two-part World War II series is officially crushing streaming. Numerous films and television shows depict World War II events, highlighting the brutality, sacrifice, and chaos of the battlefield. Yet some stories defy belief, showcasing missions that change history. That is what made Band of Brothers a benchmark, and Rogue Heroes a delightfully entertaining watch. The show follows David Sterling and his regiment as they conduct sabotage missions. While some events are exaggerated, historian Joshua Levine confirms that many are true. Ultimately, Rogue Heroes offers a complex portrayal of war and heroism, available to stream on MGM Plus in the United States. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American diplomat and peace advocate, Ralph Bunche. And he said, "There are no warlike people, just warlike leaders." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in Encinitas.